Hey guys, and happy whatever day it is, Tuesday. If you were on yesterday, you may have seen that I did a live video letting you know that I'm going to be going live every afternoon, sharing some specific resources and tools that I use personally and have used for years to better organize my business, have more focus, more simplicity, more clarity, and better results so that both I and you can have predictable growth in our business while having more fun than ever before, which is what it's all about. So today I want to share with you the powerful, dorky, simple one-page business plan. Now, I mentioned it yesterday. I usually do my business plan at the end of the year for the following year. And then usually what happens is I teach a workshop in June in real estate offices to basically do a mid-year review. Check in on the goals that you set way back 6 months prior, do some reflection, check the numbers, see if you're on track, to hit your goals, ask yourself if they're still important to you, are they still relevant, etc. Personally, I'm working through my business planning process again now because I've got some extra time on my hands, so why not? But no, really, because a lot of the goals that I set are obsolete. Like the number of trips I wanted to take. I mean, we had to cancel 4 trips because of coronavirus. Some of the speaking engagements I was going to be doing have been canceled. So I'm looking at my goals and realizing that a lot of them are not really relevant anymore. And so I really want to take this time to do the reflection process. So if you've ever attended one of my business planning workshops, then you know that we like to arrive at this simple one-page plan. So on the website, pursuingfreedom.com/resources, there is a link to master your life and business, and you can download the example one-page plan as well as the template one-page plan that you can fill out for yourself. I'm just going to give you a little overview. Future videos are going to dig into this a little bit more, but in the top left, what you want to do is write your top 10 goals. And that should be personal and professional, depending on where you're at in your life, because it's an evolution, right? Sometimes we need to generate more revenue. Sometimes we're overwhelmed with business and we need to be focused on delegating or hiring or getting a better CRM or automating our emails or systematizing. Sometimes we're running at such a breakneck pace, we need to have more date nights with our significant other or with our kids, or we need to be planning that vacation or working on our social media platform, whatever. It changes all the time. So wherever you are in your life and your journey is going to be different a year from now. And it was different a year ago. And we all know it's different right now. So anyway, there's no better time to revisit what really matters to you today. Setting your goals from your heart so they can be anchored in what really matters to you so that you can increase the probability of bringing those goals to reality. So that's the top left is your top 10 goals. And then top right, I pick my banner 3. Usually, so the banner 3 are picking 3 out of the top 10 and saying, if these 3 come true, it's going to be the best year of my life. Usually, if I hit my banner 3, it typically means that everything else falls into place. So it might be like a volume goal, or it might be like if it's a volume goal, and then one of my top 10 goals is a trip, then I know if I hit my volume and my revenue goal, then that would afford me the experience that I really want to have. So then below that, you've got 3 words, and the 3 words are meant to be words that are going to anchor you and keep you on track and keep you on course. When you start to veer off and you get caught up on the hamster wheel and you forget what you were supposed to be doing, your 3 words remind you. So some of the words, like in the years where I wanted to grow a team, they might be words like delegate or ask. In the years where I was overwhelmed, one of my words might be pause or breathe. In the years I wanted to focus on teaching, I had words like inspire. Sometimes people struggle with their relationship with money, and you might want to have a word like receive or abundance. One of my words for 2020 was simplicity, which is ironic because nothing is more simple than living in quarantine and just eating the food in your fridge and not spending money on extraneous things like eating out at restaurants and traveling too much. So some of my words this year came to fruition without my control. whether I like it or not. But anyhow, that's kind of the idea with the 3 words. So just kind of reflecting on those words. Then the bottom right is a schedule. I'm going to dig into the schedule tomorrow. I am not a proponent of trying to believe that you can schedule every hour of every day. That's not realistic in our life or in our industry for sure. But what I do believe in is getting crystal clear on what it looks like to win the day, win the week, win the month, and win the year. And in doing so, I know what activities need to get done, and those are the activities I'm good at and that I enjoy and that move the needle for me. And then I decide when I'm going to do those things. And since I do not like routine or monotony, I like spontaneity. Having a schedule seems like it could be suffocating. In reality, having a simple schedule is liberating. In fact, like setting time blocks when you know you're working on certain things, it gives you such clarity and peace of mind. It's so black and white that when you've done what you set out to do, you can move on. And what I like about that is that I don't have this anxious feeling of needing to fill every minute of every day and cram it all in, because I know what I need to do to grow my business, what I need to do to be a good mom, to be a good wife, to be present with my loved ones, and I know when I'm going to do those things. So it's not about scheduling every hour of the day. It's about deciding on which day are you going to do this particular activity and during what time, and then setting boundaries around that so that you don't multitask, be distracted, allow interruptions. At the end of the day, as the business owner, as the entrepreneur, as the self-employed person, you've got to set the rules for what success looks like. You can create any level of results you want in your life and business, but not until you get crystal clear on which actions you should be doing to make sure that you're getting those results, and then deciding when to do it, and then setting boundaries around that time so that nothing gets in your way. It's up to you. You have to be willing to do what it takes, and you have to be unwilling to let anything get in your way. Okay, so bottom right is rocks in the schedule. This is a really good one to work on right now, because a lot of us came into coronavirus over-connected, over-committed, crazy schedules, running around like chickens with our head cut off. This is the time to look back. Look at all the things you were permitting onto your calendar and ask yourself, were those things serving you? Do they bring you joy? If you look back and you think about re-engaging with certain tasks, activities, interactions, relationships, commitments, pay attention to what's happening to your emotional response when you look at those things that were on your calendar that have been removed out of our control, and ask yourself, does it bring me joy? Does it move the needle? Am I good at that? If so, I welcome that back into my life when we come out on the other side of this. If not, I'm going to be asking myself, is it necessary or should it be omitted? Should I look into finding some help so that I can delegate those things to somebody who enjoys the things that I suck at and don't like to do? Can I create a better system for executing the drudgery tasks in batches so that I don't sap my energy intermittently throughout every day and every week, so I can be the highest energy, most magnetic version of myself, things like that. So when I work through this on an annual basis, semi-annual basis, a lot of times things just creep in, because a lot of us are yes people. We're servant oriented. We have servant hearts. And so when people want us to volunteer and participate in this and sign up for that and come to this happy hour and that networking event, next thing you know, you've got all this stuff on your calendar because you want to please everybody else. And what's happening is it's sapping you energetically, it's depleting you, and it's deterring you from the ability to show up in the best way possible for those interactions and meetings and encounters and activities that actually really matter to you. So this is all about finding more joy in the process. This time that we are being dealt is out of our control. So what can we control? We can control our response to the circumstances, and we can control how we are operating on a day-to-day basis within the restrictions that we have. So personally, I'm putting a lot of energy on how to bring more joy into the business when I come out on the other side, what activities I want to engage with that I'm going to be so excited to re-engage with, and what activities I'm kind of dreading getting back into that are just going to get moved off the calendar altogether. So anyhow, if you need help with working through this process, you can go to pursuingfreedom.com/coaching. There's an online program. It's a self-paced deep dive that walks you through an entire process all the way from the beginning with setting your mindset, shifting from the negative to the positive, all the way to the end where you come out with clear goals that are in alignment with who you are as a human being, your goals, your gifts, your talents, your natural skills and abilities, and then ultimately game plan, like go time. There's no better time than right now to be working on all this stuff. So I'm always here for you. Even if you just want to chat, you can reach me through the website, pursuingfreedom.com. Comment below if you have questions or feedback. And if you want the free masterclass, that's available on pursuingfreedom.com/resources, where we talk through a lot of these tools. So I'm going to be sharing a tool with you every day. Be sure to tune in. I appreciate you and love you as always. Make it a great day.